Your Eminence,
Sir de Sardet. You are back. I hear there are no... Once again, your help was a blessing.
there were some losses, but the outpost is still... And it's thanks to them that I was able to follow the officer sent out a small party hoping that they would be able to solve the problem.
Now that's a resourceful man.
His men died, alas. But following their tracks led me to the... It resembled a Nardaig Menaemon, a mountain guardian. Its skin was covered in stains and ulcers, and its behavior was different from the other...
Where could it have come from? And why?
I don't know. But someone must be behind all this. These attacks are too coordinated and too complex to be the work of some...
You are a man of great ingenuity. I have no doubt that you will solve this. At any rate, I am extremely...
You're welcome.
Anything else?
I must leave you.
Naturally.
De Sardet, glad to see that. I must admit that I had...
I'm here to listen to what you have to say. It doesn't... So,
It's true. Enraged, my men are tiring themselves out. If nothing is done, they'll eventually...
San Mateo suffered. The beasts were led by a creature. Some sort of Nardaig. Different from the one... Maybe it's sending creatures here as well. But I killed it, so the attack should have stopped.
They haven't. San Mateus is far from... I'm convinced that these rebels... They must believe that the Alliance... I sent a scouting party to find out where... That I haven't heard from them since. I'm not used to saying this, but for the good...
Do you know which way they went?
No. Officer Rainhill, the supervisor, she'll be able to tell you where...
Very well, Commander.
Anything else?
I must go.
Naturally.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
You managed to make it through. A group of these enraged...
Yes, we fought and defeated them. But how did they make it
My men are exhausted. We killed some of them, but our situation is getting more and more... I don't suppose I need to warn you about the dangers of this...
Actually, that is why we're here. Your commander sent me. He's lost contact with a group of trackers and is worried...
And I hope that he'd sent you as reinforcements. It looks like all we're good for is dying to protect his bloody city. But you wanted to ask me something.
As I said, the commander sent me to find some trackers. He told me that you could help me.
I'd like to see you try. Indeed, I was ordered to send out a party of scouts. They were supposed to find the bastard who's been sending us these critters.
Can you tell me which way they went?
Sorry, Your Excellency, I won't tell you anything until I receive some help. You have to understand, I hope that these men are alive. But those who are here with me now are my main preoccupation. Not to mention the fact that if this outpost falls, there won't... So you can go and tell the governor that if he wants me to help you...
I understand that your situation is desperate, but it's not simply about me saving a few men. By getting to their root cause, I intend to put an end to it.
You hope that you will stop these attacks, but you have no way of knowing. Sorry, Your Excellency.
Maybe we can avoid going to the governor and... There aren't many of us, and I don't have any soldiers to give you.
We were supposed to receive a shipment of ammunition. If you can bring it to me, we would at least be able to heal...
Do you know where this material...
From your city, New Serene. The caravan... It must have been attacked.
Very well. I will retrace the path.
The three of you won't be able to bring the crates back by yourselves. Please, hurry. Without them,
We're departing right away. I must go.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Soldiers, are you the ones who...
Yes, Your Excellency.
We're ready to leave as soon as...
I'm ready.
We'll follow you. There are tracks of a heavy carriage. They must belong to our caravan.
Let's take a closer look. This looks like the place the carriage left the road.
They must have tried to escape them by taking this...
Let's follow them.
I hope that those who are accompanying the caravan are still alive.
You have witnessed the violence of the attacks we are sustaining. They must all be dead. I'm more worried about the potion.
Poison on my blade. Then let's go!
They're all dead.
But the cargo is still here.
As for the carriage, it's damaged. And without... It'll take a bit of work, but I should...
Make it quick. I'm afraid...
There. It's a makeshift...
We'd do well to depart now.
Let's go. An attack could happen.
Here you are. I don't know how to thank you. With this ammunition, we'll be able to hold back the assaults. And the...
It wasn't an easy task, so I'm pleased...
Here, take this. This is all I...
Thank you, Captain. Now, can you tell me which way...
They went towards the west, where
Are you talking about the...
If you like. The governor is certain that these savages... So I sent my men to find their camp. This isn't the first time that we've tried to find them.
I see. Well, thank you, Captain. I'll try to find your man and put an end to it.
Good luck. And if my...
You can count on me. I must go.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! A bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Who are you?
Are you the scout sent by the government?
Can't you tell?
He was worried that he wasn't getting any news from you, and he wants me to help him put an end to the attacks.
Yes. A camp of rebel savages. Which they must be the ones sending us the beasts. And these barbarians.
You may be right, but I know the leader of this camp.
You knew of this camp? Why didn't you inform the governor?
Because I'm a diplomat. You should go back to the outpost now. I'll take care of it.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Close to it, sir. Witness theory.
I wanted to speak to you about the...
Assaults? We have nothing to do.
They're not being attacked by men.
So, they are also attacking...
What do you mean?
The animals are attacking us as well. They even throw themselves at the camp's defense.
A similar thing was happening west of the island. It resembled a Nardaig Menaemon.
I have never seen a guardian that fits the description you've...
Could a Denaigad have done this?
You're a typical Renaigse. None of our people would make a Nardaig suffer. Even if they...
And yet someone or something is making...
We?
Why shouldn't we?
That's true.
Mal! Our guardian! He had changed! He is attacked!
What?
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Protect you!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Close to Issa, Nestiri.
Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Close to Issa, Nestiri.
Ward off this fate! Let's see if you can ward off this fate!
Close to Issa, Nestiri.
happened to our Nada?
No idea. I'm sorry.
You fought bravely, and our guardian had changed. It no longer recognized its children. Something really bad must have happened.
It resembled the other Guardian I told you about.
Guardians don't get sick. They are...
And yet you and I saw the same thing. What are you doing?
Who are these Renaitse? Spies?
They only came here to discover the source of the attacks.
And they thought we were...
Why are you still here? You should have gone back.
I'm sorry. We were uncertain that we could... And then we heard cries. And saw the jump. And we realized that it was this...
And you discovered that we weren't.
Yes.
Then, if we let them go, they'll tell their leader.
You. Are you prepared to...
You saved our comrades.
I hope that they will be fine.
We are extreme.
Thank you, Duran. Now, let's go to...
Qua awelen segrinaigs.
I suppose that you've been...
Yes, I was told that the attack...
No. The Danae eggs, and they were as surprised as I was to see that the beasts were answering the call of a... He seemed to be afflicted by the same disease...
Either way, the Guardians are creatures. The rebels may not be involved in these attacks.
The natives knew it and said that it was transformed. It looked someone else must be responsible for these attacks.
Knowing you, you will eventually find out. In the meantime, I now realize that I should never have...
Thank you, Commander. I will inform...
Anything else?
I must go.
Naturally.
Constantine.
My dear cousin. I'm always...
We managed to solve the problem.
Really?
The city and its outposts were continuing. These beasts were led by a large creature that...
This is the same creature which High King Vinbar...
Exactly. Except it looked sick and it didn't act like the High King. It was calling the animals around it and it seemed like it was transferred. I have never seen... And there's more. Hikmet was in a similar situation.
Of course. Don't tell...
Yes. The governor was convinced that... And yet they were being attacked as well. And it was... By that time it was a Nardai Glendon, but it seemed just as sick. And it was also
So, it would be some... I don't see what we can... Actually, I think you've already done what had to be done. By eliminating...
Perhaps. But I'm certain that... These beasts attack in a coordinated...
You're exaggerating, dear cousin. The attacks you thought were coordinated...
You may be right. But I can't help...
Do you really believe that a Denegad would want to take... Cousin, you know how much I respect you, but frankly... But I see it's already quite late. If you...
Where are you going?
Not very far, rest assured. But I have... Don't be concerned. Use the opportunity to take some rest. You've really... See you later.
But why would he leave like that? Guard, do you know where my...
Sorry, Your Excellency.
You are one of his bodyguards.
I am, Your Excellency. But recently it has...
Recently? You mean this isn't the... You better tell me everything.
But I don't mean to be disrespectful towards him. He sleeps very little.
And it didn't occur to anyone that I should be informed?
Well, His Highness had specific...
And where does he go? I thought that...
He doesn't go to tap...
Where could he go outside this?
I've no idea. We saw him going north.
Listen. I understand you were supposed to protect my cousin wherever he went, but he refused and ordered... Constantine is not just my governor. I'm worried about him. He's already been... So, if...
Sorry, Your Excellency. If you want...
I don't like this at all. What could he be doing outside every night?
He never was very
Locked. Locked.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Close discovered that your cousin has descended into madness. But we can't let him kill these people simply because he's afraid they might have seen him.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
May the trees on your road...
Thanks. You saved us.
These animals were strange. As if...
I'm glad I could help you. I'm looking for a young man. A Renite.
Someone like...
In some ways.
He's talking about...
Indeed. That might be him.
No. We see him passing by around night.
He walks along the path.
He has a sinister look in his eyes.
And you do well to hide. Do you have any idea how I could figure out where
He could hide in the old house. He would see him
You're right. If you take this path, you can hide there. And from up there...
Thank you. You've been a great help.
Be prudent.
You're very isolated here.
It's a long story.
When I was young, I got engaged. I thought he was, but I was wrong. As I had broken my engagement.
So, our parents came to settle here.
There. Now, do you want to know...
I'll leave you alone.
Qua awalen.
We can't be seen from the path. Let's wait here to see where Constantine goes.
It's Constantine. With some friends. Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! He must have used this passage. We'd do well to follow him.
Constantine, what are you doing?
Cousin! You're here! I would have preferred that you learn all of this another way. To be able to reveal everything to you in better circumstances. But whatever power we earn, there are some things that escape us.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but what are you doing here?
I seem monstrous to you. I am well aware of that. But I promise to explain everything when the moment is right. Then you will understand. You will see. The temptation is so great to share all with you right now. You have done so much for me. You have given me so much. I haven't forgotten, believe me. But I still have more to do. Forgive me and have patience. Hold them back. But do not kill him for anything in the world.
Constantine, come back and explain yourself.
What your cousin did to this Nada is abhorrent. If Katasach had known, he would have let him go.
He's gone mad. It's the only explanation.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Your armor will no longer protect. Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Your armor is broken, Zelda!
Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Your armor will no longer protect you.
Your armor is broken, Zelda!
Be careful! You're wounded!
Heal yourself, quick!
Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Your armor will no longer protect you!
I'm wounded! I need help!
Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Be careful! You're wounded!
Heal yourself, quickly!
Be careful! You're wounded!
Close to is
Let's see if you can ward off this feint!
Your armor is broken, Zelda! I'm wounded! I need help!
I need healing! Let's see if you can ward off this feint!
Flesh of my earth, help me. You saw him do it, didn't you? You saw him draw from me, steal my children, my guardians, pervert my force.
Yes, but I don't understand.
What he wants, eternity, strength, power. It is what they all want. Those who take without looking beyond themselves. Like all those from the faraway lands.
He wasn't like that. He couldn't care less about all that.
Then it is the sickness. The brevity of his existence. You must stop him. Each time that he bonds, and now it's more. You must.
It is mad.
The consequence of his folly, yes. Stop him. Flesh of my earth.
I still can't believe that.
I understand what you got. En on mil frichtaman.
We must learn more if we want to understand this hiding place he was talking about in his...
Don't forget, he has a personal guard. He's bound to have warned them.
You're right.
And we're gonna need an army.
The natives will follow us.
I would like to answer you myself, but alas...
The idea disgusts me to ask for help from that. And we could also speak to the Mother Cardinal. What an absurd project. But not here. On an... Let us go.
Desarde.
I have come to ask for your help. My cousin has been plunged into madness. He took control of many creatures and now he uses them to attack the...
A difficult situation. Who's in charge of the island is none of our business to...
It actually does concern you. If my cousin takes... He's not looking for political influence.
I see.
We must stop him at all costs. I intend to convince other factions to support me.
You're one of ours, Desarde. Of course...
Thank you, Admiral.
Godspeed,
Nothing good, I fear.
Your cousin?
Yes. Katasak had... But the power he acquired from it made him thirst free. He intends to attack the sanctuary.
I understand now.
We need to stop him. And we will only succeed by gathering all the... I already managed to convince some people. In the face of such danger, the grudge...
You know how important my duty as a High King. We will fight I am no fighter. I would be honored if you would take... May the volcano give you its strength and...
Thank you, Ulan.
Anything else?
Nothing. Commander Torsten.
Sir de Sade.
I investigated and discovered the identity of the person who...
I was certain you would eventually... So, who is the bastard?
My cousin.
Your cousin? You...
No. You must understand. Constantine acted alone. And who knows? Maybe the shock he felt...
These attacks would be his revenge.
I don't know. But I know that he performed a native ritual. Each of these rituals gave him a great... Now he's threatening to target the main native... And if he succeeds...
You come here with your business... Probably expected me to send my troops... For all I know, you might very well still...
If that were the case, why would I have come to your rescue when the creatures... I could have just let them overwhelm you and your city would have fallen. But despite your treason, I helped you. I already managed to convince other factions to support. If we want to have a chance at saving this island...
I am in your debt, it's true. And since I don't want you to think I hope that it will prove useful to you. My men will never follow you in battle.
That is regrettable. I must go.
Naturally. I wouldn't want to hold you back.
Your Eminence.
Sir de Sardet.
Do you remember I thought that...
Yes, you thought that this guard...
And I was right.
You're hesitating.
Indeed. As the...
Does this... And thanks to which obscure...
Constantine acted alone. And he As for the way he manipulated these creatures...
Absolutely. And it is said that... Are you telling me that your cousin has made a...
Something like that. He was... But the power he received from this made him thirsty, thus gaining control over the guard...
But why attack us?
His thirst for power is making him want... And I know that for this purpose he will soon attack the nation. I won't stand a chance against all the creatures. Others have already joined me. Having a common enemy should help...
The idea that we would protect the sanctuary... But you have helped us several times. You can count on our help.
Thank you, Your Eminence. I must leave you.
Naturally, Your Excellency.
Good day, Your...
Alas, that title signifies...
I'm truly sorry.
Thank you. A great... We should have been more vigilant. Well then.
Since you broached the subject...
I'm not sure I understand.
Have you forgotten that after sending me to save your savants that you... According to you, I needed only to convince the Tierna... But you used me like a...
I was certain that the witch doctor would refuse to help us. And I had good reason to believe that you would not resort...
You are even ready to use brute force...
Whatever do you mean?
After wounding the Tierna, your spy and you dare to tell me that my anger... Can I remind you that to assassinate a...
I never... That man went beyond his orders. I implore you. Please accept my...
I can only give you the benefit of the doubt for now. In the meantime, you need not keep a candle lit...
He would have been made to answer for... I am all the more sorry because I should have made myself clearer. Made certain that...
There never was a remedy. It was...
No. That... What a shame.
We are looking for help.
Help? I doubt that I could be of any use.
I do not know if it's the Malachor or the ritual that saved him. He has decided to take control of the island.
I'm not sure I understand what... Of course I have heard you speak of the miraculous...
My cousin participated in a ritual that links him. This ritual saved him and gave him his powers.
I'm not sure I believe in these mad stories. But if your cousin wishes to conquer this island for... Alas, I no longer have an army, nor even only this old weapon that allowed me to... It is a unique weapon that I created myself.
Thank you, Doctor.
Anything else?
I need to be going.
Farewell,
Hello, Glendan.
Björt Tirtomadon Olmenawi. What can I do for you?
To tell you that men are going to come all the way to the
I thank you for coming to warn me in person. I am disgusted to welcome, and in truth, we do not have...
No. It is all of Tirfredi, and we have need of every able one. You need to prepare yourself as well. I fear that you will not be spared.
We will fight, have no doubts. Because...
I have no doubt.
May the rocks give you their tough. Can I do anything?
I must leave.
Qua Awelems.
It's you on Olmenawi! Come and see!
Blades, armor, locks.
The cave that Constantine indicated in his note shouldn't be very far.
Let's be careful. You probably put some guards. Bit of poison on my blade. Let's go! Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
Glortuissa regnestiri.
The armor will no longer protect you.
Constantine has marked several places on this map. I recognize some of them. They are sacred places for the natives. Places of connection. This place. This journal. What are you hoping to achieve with these rituals?
No Donegad has ever done such a thing. It goes against the balance that we are defending. Enon Mir Frichterman was right.
So much so that he's threatening... To think he's been plotting this absurd plan for weeks. The intruder in the sanctuary was certainly sent... We'll need to gather allies if we're going to stop, but we will also have to weaken him and...
In that case, it would be better. After all, he did say that his clan knew how to...
You're right. Let's...
What brings you here?
I need your help. You may have heard about the strange guardians.
Yes, Darren.
It is the work of my cousin. Every time he bonds himself, he becomes more powerful.
And he weakens the island and threatens us all. Katasach. His spirit is not in balance.
Enon Mil Frichterman did warn me that he would now turn...
What are you planning on?
We're gathering our allies. But if we want...
And break some of his bonds. I will have to talk about the... But in the meantime, however...
What can I do?
During the ritual, the one who is bonding himself, the Guardian lifts the stone, so that the only way to break this bond, we will be able to do it, but... So, in the meantime, you... Here, take these seeds. These plants grow very fast. And, however... You must be careful.
Thank you, Duncan.
And thank you for... Don't worry. I will send more.
I must admit that I expected Dunkus to be more angered when he learned what Constantine had done.
He's a sage amongst sages. Even amongst the Donegada. Enon Mil Frichterman speaks in his ear. I think he already knew what was happening, even before we came to see.
I almost regret not choosing him to become...
A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! This fate! I need healing! Let's see if you can ward off this fate! Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! I need healing! Be careful! You're wounded!
It's dead. Now let's plant the seed Dunkus gave us at the base of the raised stone. Look! The plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Doneigada of Dunkus's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Let's see if you can ward off this feint! Let's see if you can ward off this feint!
We can access the stone now and plant Lucas's seed. Look! The plant seems to be growing extremely fast. The Doneigada of Duncas's clan are sure to be here soon to finish breaking the bond.
How are you feeling, my child?
Don't make it harder than it has to be, Petrus. Fighting against your...
A nicer way of saying he has no...
Indeed. I must, not only to obtain an antidote to the malady.
I have learned many things by your side, and this is my land, my people.
We will all be with you. After all...
Naturally.
We will be by your side.
Thank you. You have been precious. Now let's go. It'll...
The entrance to the sanctuary has been forced. A fight took place here.
Constantine managed to get through. Let's hurry.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Poison on my blade. And let's go!
Ward of this fate. May the fire of our enemies.
I'll stay here. Someone has...
Are you sure that you...
If I can give you just a few more... Go now and stop your cousin.
In that case...
May the end...
There you are. Your cousin just passed through here with a horde of...
We won't hold very long. We're not...
We are. And we will hold long enough for... But you must chase him. If Enon Milfrichtimen...
I'm well aware of that. But here comes some more beat.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Come on.
Let's see if those conquering... You're wounded! Let's see if those know how to fight!
Wait!
And I'll stay with her.
We need to prevent the...
Yeah, we could use some help.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but the Murray...
You see?
You should go now.
Well...
the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Be careful! Your armor is falling apart. Protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Be careful! Your armor is falling apart. Be careful, my child. You need healing. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the shadow engulf our enemies. I am wounded. May the enlightened come to my help. May the enlightened protect me in this battle. May the shadow engulf our enemies. May the shadow engulf our enemies. Come to my help!
There you are.
Has already reached the heart. They are also trying to...
What do you intend to...
Pursue him all the way there and...
In that case, may the Enlightened keep you in his...
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemies! engulf our enemies!
This time it's my turn.
I knew you'd say that.
Well, I wasn't going to let the...
Your help would be a
You see? You should go now.
Thank you, Petrus. Constantine!
Restrain him! I do not desire your death. I'm sorry.
Why? Why have you done this?
But for you. For us. So that we may live free at last.
This makes no sense. Constantine...
You don't understand because you're still attached to this old, dying world which, to survive, has betrayed...
Perhaps, but...
I've seen death, cousin. And I understood my father's ruses just so he could earn more power. The political bowing and scraping to preserve. I have been offered unrivaled power. Allowed to send the old world back to its inevitable death and to build... And this new world is my gift. The immortal and...
He himself is the incarnation of the old world he is speaking of. He has its vices and its poison. For his own immortality, he's prepared to destroy everything around him, to break millennia of cycles. I implore you, flesh of my land, think of all the lives that will come to an end to feed his pride.
Don't listen to this old god. He's like all the others, after all, clinging to life. All you have to do is to bind yourself here, with me.
What a shame. Good night, sweet prince.
After the fall of Constantine, things went back to the way they were. The settlers kept flowing in, and the influence of the old nations on the island increased. It relegated the natives to small enclaves around their villages. The Malachor devastated everything, and eventually even appeared on Tir Fredi. Those who bravely fought at Dor had Gennadu were celebrated everywhere. After all, if it weren't for this unlikely alliance, the island would have fallen into Constantine's greedy hands. Siora obtained the title of Marl of the Red Spears alongside her twin. She leads them with wisdom, but often reunites with the one she still calls her Karants. Afra set aside her weapons and went back to her research on the native culture and flora of the island. It is said that she is even writing a book with the help of Dunkas's clan when not visiting her friends. For his bravery, Vasco was awarded the rank of commander. He now travels the sea at the head of a whole fleet, but he often comes back to visit his brother-in-arms. Petrus's ambitions have finally been fulfilled. He obtained the much-coveted title of Cardinal. Despite the responsibilities implied by such a title, he still sometimes visits the one he calls his child.
These precious friendships allowed my student to slowly forget Kurt's treason, even though he still feels bitter about it at times. Under Ulan's authority, the face of the island changed. New mines, fields, and sawmills appeared. Cities became larger. All of this contributed to the wealth and power of the Sisag-Names clan, at the expense of the others. Her friendship with Renaigse helped Deirdre to overcome her reticence. She willfully accepted to follow the orders of her new High King. Thanks to the help Duncass's clan received, it continued on its mission to heal the Earth. It attracted many young islanders who were eager to learn. The public revelations of Saint Matthias's life led to a deep change in Teleme. The Ordo Luminis was dismantled for good, and the missionaries' purpose is now to establish dialogue rather than conversion. Aware that their culture of secrets would lead them to their demise, the Norts changed their methods. They welcomed numerous new recruits amongst them, notably natives. Although it was weakened on the continent, the Guards' influence kept growing on the island around their city of Hikmet. They managed to establish peace with the natives, where the Alliance had only managed to create anger, despite the negative influence of some shady members in their midst.